There's a specific kind of silence that happens right before a woman decides to let you into the parts of her soul she keeps locked away from the rest of the world. Most guys are out here looking for neon signs, waiting for her to drop some massive, unmistakable confession. But female psychology doesn't work like a Hollywood script. It's quieter, it's heavier. It's a slow burn transition where her guard doesn't just drop, it melts. If you've been feeling like you're walking through a fog, guessing if she's actually feeling you or just being polite, you're likely missing the subtext written in her every move. Right now, there's probably a woman in your life who is practically screaming her intentions through the most subtle, low-key shifts in her energy. And if you don't learn how to read the blueprint, you're going to watch that window of opportunity slam shut. We're talking about a level of attraction that goes way beyond the physical. It's about her choosing you as her safe harbor. Before we break down the psychological triggers that signal she's ready to give you her full self, emotional, mental, and spiritual, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button and tap the like. Most men are flying blind, but you're here to get the high-level intel that changes the game. You need to understand that when a woman decides to trust you with her vulnerability, she's handing you the keys to her internal world, a place most men never even get a glimpse of. The first real sign is what I call the internal world invitation. See, a woman's mind is a fortress, especially in a world where she's constantly told to stay guarded. But when she starts leaking the unfiltered version of her thoughts to you, everything changes. She'll stop giving you the highlight reel and start sharing the messy, unpolished fragments of her day. The small frustrations, the random fears, the dreams she usually keeps buried under a layer of "I'm fine." This isn't just venting, it's a test of emotional resonance. She's checking to see if your energy can hold hers without judgment. If she's telling you about a childhood memory that still stings, or a weirdly specific anxiety she has about the future, she's not just talking to hear her own voice. She's checking to see if you're the kind of man who listens with his soul, or just waits for his turn to speak. This level of emotional transparency is her way of saying she's tired of being strong on her own. She's looking for a partner who can be her emotional backbone. And by showing you her weakness, she's actually showing you her greatest strength, her trust. If you notice her voice getting softer, her pace slowing down, and her eyes lingering on yours while she reveals these private corners of her mind, she's already halfway through the door. Moving deeper into the psychology of attraction, you'll notice a shift in her atmospheric synchronization. This is where she starts unconsciously aligning her internal rhythm with yours. It's a phenomenon called mirroring, but on a spiritual level. If you're hyped, she catches the vibe. If you're low-key and reflective, she meets you there. She's no longer just a separate entity in the room. She's becoming an extension of your presence. Watch her body language. It's going to get unusually open. She'll tuck her hair behind her ear, exposing her neck, or she'll find excuses to be within your personal bubble, even when there's plenty of space elsewhere. This isn't about lust, it's about safety. Her instinct is pulling her toward you because her nervous system has decided you're a green light. She might start valuing your opinion on things that used to be strictly her business, asking for your take on her career moves or personal dilemmas. This influence phase is massive. A woman who is ready to give herself to you will allow your perspective to shape her reality. She's testing the waters of partnership, seeing how it feels to have you as a permanent fixture in her decision-making process. It's her way of saying, I trust your lead. The most powerful, yet often overlooked sign is sacred protection. When a woman starts feeling a soul-deep pull toward you, she becomes fiercely selective about how your connection is perceived by the outside world. She'll stop posting every detail on social media or talking about you to every random friend. Instead, she keeps the us part of her life sacred. She wants to protect the energy between you from outside noise and opinions. This selective disclosure means she's building an internal sanctuary where only the two of you exist. Along with this, you'll notice her prioritization shift. You aren't just an option on her weekend calendar anymore. You're the priority. She'll remember the smallest, most insignificant details you mentioned weeks ago, that one snack you liked, the name of your third-grade teacher, or a goal you're low-key stressed about. She's storing pieces of you because you've become her emotional priority. She's no longer just passing time. She's investing her most valuable currency, her attention and her peace. If she's showing up for you in ways that are selfless, consistent, and deeply attuned to your moods, she isn't just into you. She's ready to belong to you. Don't rush her, don't pressure her, and for heaven's sake, don't doubt her. Just stay present, stay steady, and be the man who is worthy of the soul she's about to hand you. When a woman starts moving from interested to invested, she enters a phase of psychological observation that most men mistake for her pulling away or being moody. Straight up, this is the testing of the foundation. She's going to intentionally show you the sharp edges of her personality, not because she's toxic, but because she needs to know if you're a man who can handle a storm or just someone who enjoys the sunshine. If she's feeling like she wants to give herself to you, she's going to drop the perfect girl act. She'll let you see her when she's stressed, when she's crying over something stupid, or when she's low-key being difficult. This is a high-level psychological probe. She's looking for your breaking point. If you stay grounded, if you don't get rattled by her emotions, and if you offer her a steady hand instead of a lecture, her soul does a full-body exhale. She's checking to see if you're the rock she can build a life on. Most guys fumble here because they try to fix her or they get defensive. But the man who understands female psychology knows that her messiness is actually an invitation. It's her saying, "This is the real me. Are you still here?" If you are, that's when the deepest level of surrender begins. Following that, you'll witness the surrender of the perimeter. Every woman has a carefully curated life, her friends, her routines, her me time, and her physical space. When she starts dismantling those boundaries to let you in, she's making a massive statement. It's in the small things, like her leaving a toothbrush at your place, or her giving you the unrestricted tour of her home, showing you the clutter, the old photos, and the parts she usually hides from guests. This is her merging her world with yours. Psychologically, she's no longer thinking in terms of mine and yours. She's shifting into ours. She'll start inviting you into her inner circle, the friends she actually trusts, the family members who know her best. She's vetting you through the eyes of the people who love her because she's already decided she wants to be with you. This isn't just a social invite, it's a soul-deep integration. She's looking for confirmation that you fit into the puzzle of her life. If she's letting you see her in her rawest, most domestic state, wearing no makeup, in her oversized hoodie, just existing in your presence without feeling the need to perform, that is the ultimate sign of emotional safety. She's done running and she's choosing to stop right here with you. The final, most undeniable sign is what's called intuitive future pacing. This is where she stops talking about the future as an abstract concept and starts weaving you into the very fabric of her long-term vision. She won't necessarily ask you to marry her tomorrow, but she'll drop "we" into conversations about next summer's vacation, or a concert 6 months from now, or how we should try that new restaurant when it opens next year. She's mentally moving into your space. She'll start taking a genuine interest in your growth, your career, and your legacy. She's not just a cheerleader. She's becoming your partner in the trenches. She'll hold you accountable because she sees your potential and wants to make sure the man she's giving herself to is the best version of himself. This mothering of the bond is a biological and psychological instinct. She protects the connection like it's the most valuable thing she owns. If you've stayed with me this far, you're already ahead of 99% of men who are just out here playing games. Hit that subscribe button and like the video if you want to keep leveling up. You need to realize that when a woman reaches this stage, she's looking for a king, not a guest. She's looking for the man who sees her clarity, respects her depth, and isn't afraid to lead with a quiet, unshakable strength. When you see these signs, you aren't just winning. You found a woman who is ready to build an empire with you. Stand tall, recognize the weight of what she's offering, and be the man who is worthy of that level of devotion. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real, being consistent, and being the one who doesn't fold when things get deep. Real talk, we've covered a lot of ground today. But here's the cold, hard truth that most guys are too scared to face. All the signs in the world don't mean a damn thing if you aren't man enough to recognize the weight of what's being offered. We aren't just talking about a crush or some fleeting attraction. We're talking about a woman deciding that out of all the noise and all the losers sliding into her DMs, your voice is the only one she wants to hear when the lights go out and the world gets quiet. She's out here betting her emotional safety on you. She's stripping away her layers, showing you her scars, and hoping like hell she didn't just hand her heart to another man who's going to fumble it. If you see these signs and you aren't ready to stand on business, if you aren't ready to be her rock, then do the honorable thing and step aside. Because a woman's soul isn't a playground for your ego. It's a sanctuary for the man who's earned his seat at the table. But if you are that man, if you're locked in and ready to lead with respect and consistency, then pay attention. Don't let her vulnerability go unnoticed. Don't let her quiet signals fade into the background. When she looks at you with that level of clarity, look back at her and let her know you see exactly what she's offering. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You just need to be the man who doesn't run when things get real. This is where the boys get separated from the men. This is where you decide if you're going to be just another chapter in her story or the one who helps her write the rest of the book. Before you head out, make sure you're subscribed and you've liked this video. We're building a tribe of men here who move with purpose and understand the deep level psychology that keeps them ahead of the pack. Take a breath, stand a little taller. And the next time you're with her, look past the surface. The signs are there. The question is, are you man enough to answer them? Go out there and be the man she's been waiting to find. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.